Good morning, everybody. We're on the road again. This time we're going to the Keystone Horse Center to do some scouting for an upcoming Pennsylvania rally and call to action event. We're taking some of the more scenic ways to get there, so come along for the ride and come say hello. It's a nice cloudy day. Hopefully we'll get something called rain, because where we live, we haven't had a lot of rain, so we could use the rain. We'll see. I know we were supposed to get rain last night, and I don't think we really got much of anything. Got enough to get the grass wet, but I don't know other than that. What do you say, Dad?
Yeah, it doesn't look like we got much at all. Just enough to get things wet.
I know they were calling for an inch last night, and didn't happen, so it's a shame.
Yeah, it's been a rough year for us, and it's a localized thing. It seems like we're in one of the worst areas, but I've talked to other people that have said that there's been issues. Like Philadelphia apparently is pretty dry. And you were talking to somebody who lives further south along between Philly and Delaware, I think.
Yeah, he said he got maybe 1 or 2 good rains in the last month, and he lost his oak tree. His whole oak tree died.
But it seems spotty because of the way the thunderstorms are. Some places are getting them and others are not.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Hi, American Girl. She says it's pouring here in Pike County, Pennsylvania.
Ah.
Well, I guess depending on how much rain you got this season, that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Used to take family vacations at Lake Wallenpaupack.
She says we're grateful for the rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely could use it. The farmers around where we live, their crops aren't doing so well. They're drying out. What's really going on in America says we've had plenty of rain in Allentown. Yeah, that's why I say it's very spotty. It depends where you are, where the rain showers go. Like, they've called for them at our place, but they just never materialize.
Yeah, they either go north or they go south, or they don't materialize till they're after us.
Like, last night was supposed to be 90% thunderstorms, and we never got a thunderstorm.
Now, normally we'll say, oh, that's a good thing, because they're always such brutal storms. But at this point, we need whatever can come down from the sky.
I mean, you've been pumping from the pond every day, multiple times a day, just to try to save our garden and
see, that's
our trees.
That's why we have a drought.
Because we did a garden.
Yep.
Yeah.
For years, hardly did anything, and it was always wet. As soon as I put those tomatoes out.
Yeah, they got scorched. And our cucumbers. American Girl says I'm 20 minutes from the lake. I'm guessing she's talking about Wallenpaupack Lake.
Yeah.
I've never been there. We should go there. Be growing up there in the summers.
Yeah, we used to go up for a week of vacation in July and August. We used to rent a cottage, one of the lakefront cottages, which are everywhere around Lake Wallenpaupack. And it would be nice. I always liked August better. July was always... It was... Every time I would be up there in July, it was hot. I knew it would be hotter at home, so even then I was glad. But I liked August better.
The shade of the trees definitely would make a difference.
Got one more car here.
This is always a hard intersection.
Where everybody's usually coming at high speed, so...
And you have to pull out and go up a hill right away, too. Doesn't help. We just passed the Appalachian Trail, one of the entrances for the Appalachian Trail back there, which is cool. I'm not sure if you guys are able to see it on the stream.
The first year we stayed on the water, private docks, and you could sit out there, and you were only like a half a mile from the dam. You could see it. water's pretty deep there.
She says September for the leaves changing.
Yeah,
I bet that's really pretty.
That would be nice.
I think the leaves honestly are going to change earlier where we are because of the lack of rain. Like some of the trees up here you can see are looking kind of yellow. I'm not sure our lilac tree is going to make it, despite all the watering that you've been giving it.
I noticed there were a couple other lilacs that have sprouted up that are really pretty dry too. So maybe lilac is more sensitive to it.
Yeah, maybe. The pear tree isn't doing so hot either. The pears have turned into rocks because there's no water to give them.
The place that we stayed at the most in later years at Lake Wallenpaupack was on the, I guess you could call it the west side or the north side. It was near Lakeville. I think that was the closest town on the map. It was 2 miles of road, off of the state road is about 2 miles in through the woods to the cottages. It was a colony of cottages. I remember the first year going in there, it was just pretty much what they called a stone and oil kind of road. And at one point they paved it. I used to ride my bike. In later years I used to take my bike. And there were some roads along the lake you could ride through where the development was. But then if you really wanted a workout, you could climb up because it was all uphill, because it's all mountain. There was a corner grocery store 3 miles up, essentially. And that was something like a 45-minute ride on the bike or a crawl. And then coming back, it was almost all coasting. So it was 45 minutes up, 15 minutes coming back.
Much shorter coming back because then you got all your groceries with you, so you go faster.
Yeah. It wasn't that we got very much. If I went up to that little store, it was something like, maybe a half gallon of milk, loaf of bread, and the newspaper. Used to get the newspaper.
American Girl says the leaves are already changing here already. They're yellow and reds. Yeah, we've noticed that in certain areas as well. I'm not sure about reds yet, but we're seeing some yellowing.
I know yesterday we had a breeze and it just looked like fall. There were so many leaves coming down.
The river birch is shedding leaves like crazy.
Yeah. I'm too slow.
We always get stuck at the bottom of the hill. Just seems that way.
Yeah, we're at 61 between Hamburg and Schuylkill Haven, heading north. We're not too far from Hawk Mountain. You turn right here and you go up to Hawk Mountain. Turn right, and then I don't know, a couple miles in or somewhere there's another turn you can go that takes you up the mountain.
One by on Facebook says safe travels, thank you. American Girl says it's a 507 Country Store, it's still there. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, you know the store I'm talking about.
Yeah, she said still there.
Huh. It wasn't on Route 507 though. That sounds like that's on 507. We were on the other side, off of Route 590.
Maybe there's two country stores?
I don't know. I know at that intersection, if you went south, it would take you down to Ledgedale. And if you went west, it would eventually connect to Route 590 right out of Hamlin. And if you went north, that would also cross 590 at some point. And if you went east, it would take you to that resort for honeymooners. What was that called? I try to remember. Honeymoon Cove or something like that.
I don't know.
That was a few miles in. The road eventually dead-ended at that resort, as I recall. There was a place further east from there, from that intersection. It was some kind of a, I don't know, a wildlife exhibit. They called it Claws and Paws, as I recall.
She says, oh yes, I know where you're talking about. So it sounds like there might be 2 stores. 2 different, maybe one on each side.
It was just a little country store there. It was on the northwest corner. For the most part, we brought everything that we needed for the week. Our experience was it was just easier to do that, to just plan a meal list and bring most of the things that you need. But sometimes we did go out to the grocery store. I know when we were staying closer to the dam end of the lake, we would go to Hawley. And then when we were staying at this other place near Lakeville, we would go to Honesdale if we needed more groceries.
She says Claws and Paws is still alive and well.
Neat.
That's cool.
I know isn't there like a cat chow named that?
Yeah, I was gonna say I think there's a cat food brand that's
Is that
something
Paws
like
and Claws?
Paws and Claws, yeah. Does anyone we used to get that for our one cat, didn't we? The one that we adopted.
Yeah.
And then we switched them over. What's really going on in America says, I'm going to be going live on Facebook today and we'll be uploading my video on YouTube and Rumble later. Oh, well, good luck with that. She says, American Girl says, Cove Haven is still open.
Cove Haven, okay.
Oh, cool. I'm guessing a lot of people might have taken advantage of it in the summer, going camping. In the last few years, a lot of people went more camping than they used to.
Yeah.
To get away. I mean, we did it. We went astronomy camping. Different type of camping, but it was still fun. A lot more restricted though at night. No white lights. And no campfires. Sweet Tooth Dental.
I know up on at Lake Wallenpaupack, there's not really many places that have what you would call beach areas. I know there is a place on the 507 side that we went to once. We actually ran into relatives. It was just coincidental. We went to the beach there and we ran into my aunt and uncle.
That's funny. American Girl says, huge heart-shaped tub.
Yeah, I remember something about that.
Was that at the store or?
The honeymoon, the place for the honeymooners, yeah.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't even know they made heart-shaped tubs.
Apparently that was a big deal because it's one of the only things I can really remember about it. I think we might have driven there once just to see what's at the end of the road. I used to like to go walking along the shoreline, but I could never get a lot of people to go with me. It was always a rocky walk. There were some stretches that weren't so rocky, but there were other places that were pretty rough.
You went boating on the lake too, didn't you? In a paddle boat or something?
Yeah, there's a few boat stories on the lake.
I like the one with your I'm trying to think, is she your niece? She's my cousin, your niece.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we had this little rowboat. If you want to call it a rowboat, it was this fiberglass, squarish kind of thing. We nicknamed it the bathtub because it was kind of that size. 2 people in it. I just remember we were riding low to the waterline. And the lake's pretty big, so there's some pretty serious boats that are out on the lake. And when they go zooming by, they create what, to the appearance of this little boat, looked like tidal waves coming at you. I just remember going out on the lake a few times with that thing, and it was a little bit scary.
I can imagine.
You turned the boat into the waves so that the wakes wouldn't come over the side of your boat.
Capsize you.
Yeah. But we did have fun doing that. Where we stayed was just upstream of the third island. The lake actually has 4 islands. And we were just up lake of the third island, and there was a 4th one. The third was a really little dinky island, and it wasn't far from the shore. The 4th one was pretty big, and I remember that's where we rode the boat. We went to the 4th island. I think we went around the island. I don't remember if we landed. And then we came back.
American Girl says, Stroudsburg, PA has a huge champagne glass tub. Oh, wow. Tammy says, where are we? We're on the road, Tammy. We just went...
She knows that.
When we just went through, I guess, Schuylkill Haven. Part of Schuylkill Haven.
Oh, we haven't reached it yet, have we? No.
No. What do you call that? Port Clinton.
Yeah.
Port Clinton.
All right, Pennsylvania, Schuylkill County, Route 61.
North.
We're going to be going in through Schuylkill Haven in a few minutes. And we're on our way north to a horsey farm.
Yeah, horse center, so that'll be cool. As you can tell, I'm the directionally challenged in the car. He's the GPS unit, so. Yeah, we're coming into Schuylkill Haven. What's really going on in America says the Inflation Reduction Act is not going to reduce inflation.
No, it isn't.
No, it is not.
That's horrific.
I don't even know everything that's in it, but it's not good.
The Inflation Enhancement Act would have been more proper.
Yeah.
Or the Armed IRS bill. Let's weaponize the IRS now, because we've never done that before.
Yeah. Your stories about being on the lake, though, remind me when I went to Moseywood and we had the pedal boats, where you had 2 people in a pedal boat and you could go out, and we did this with Girl Scouts.
Yeah.
And go out in the lake, but you had to watch out for the lily pads, because some of the parts of the lake would be really, they call it infested, because apparently the lily pads would invade parts of the lake depending on the microbiome of the lake. Then it would get really knotty and your boat would get stuck in it. So you had to be careful with the lily pads and you didn't get into a dense patch because you could get stuck. And it was a pretty big lake.
Yeah. Well, Lake Wallenpaupack is not a pedal boat kind of lake. It's about 7 miles long, or 13 miles long. It's been a while since I thought about it.
I don't remember how big Moseywood's one.
The shoreline, if you were to possibly walk around it, and I don't know if anybody's ever done it, there must be somebody that did it, right? 52 miles of shoreline.
Wow, that's a lot.
And that was another thing about going in August versus July. The water level was always lower in August, so it was a little bit better for walking around the shore. Because I don't know if you know it, but Lake Wallenpaupack is a hydroelectric power lake.
No, I had forgotten about that.
So they actually draw the water down to run the turbines.
I wonder with the rain this year if it's really low then. Well, I guess it depends if they got the storms or not.
I know the lake gets drawn down pretty far.
American Girl says, if you guys decide to come around this way, let me know and I'll take you to dinner. Gresham's Chop House. That sounds really good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it would definitely be cool to visit. I'd love to go visit. I'm hoping the weather holds for today so that we can do our extracurricular activity afterwards. Assuming the rain doesn't show up in Bloomsburg, in Danville.
Yeah, this place is near Bloomsburg. And this is actually, we're just scouting it out, right? The
Yeah.
idea here is to scout it out for...
This coming Saturday.
Is it really that soon? Oh, yeah. It's the end of August already.
This coming Saturday, Unite PA is hosting a big coalition of 75 plus grassroots groups in Pennsylvania. We're having a rally and a call to action event at the Keystone Horse Center, and I'm the official live streamer for the event. So since we've never been here before, we're going up to scout it out to see what the cell service is like, because the owners don't know what cell service is good up there. So we got to test out the hot spots. So today the owner is going to meet us and show us kind of like where we're going to be set up and figure it out so it's less stressful for the weekend, which will be nice. Because I don't like going into something blind, especially when it's very new like that. And it's going to be a really cool event. So
You're going to be streaming this for on the Lions for Liberty channel too, correct?
correct. I will be doing that on Lions for Liberty on YouTube, their Rumble channel, and then also on my Facebook page, which is Gwen's Convoy Meeting Notes. Today I'm just, streaming on my personal Rumble and YouTube just because this is a dry run. So. American Girl says, I was just down in that area on Friday, Lewisburg, PA. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're hoping afterwards, if the weather holds, to go over to Danville. It's I'm not sure how you pronounce the name of the preserve. Is it Montour,
yeah, I think so.
Montour Preserve. They have a planet walk that was designed based on the planet walk that our astronomy club designed in Allentown, Pennsylvania. And we were hoping to go visit it and take some photos, maybe some video, depending on the weather, since they are calling for some rain. So we'll see. But it'd be really cool to see the planet walk, because the member who created it for in Allentown helped design that one as well, and he hasn't been up there in years, so he's kind of curious, how is it doing? So, and I had found online that they just redid the signs. I believe it was it 2020 or 2021? I forget.
It was pretty recent, yeah.
So it'll be cool if that works out.
He told us there's another location. I don't know if this is near closer to Danville or not.
I can't
some
remember
park.
the name of that one.
The name Canal Park sticks in my mind, but I might just be mixing terms.
The one that we're looking at is, I'm probably going to butcher this pronunciation, Chili Soggy Trail is the name of the trail that the Planet Walk is on at the Montour Preserve. All the different Planet Walks were sponsored by power companies, because our member was a part of a power company, so he got them to sponsor it, which was really cool.
Yeah, he was an engineer for PPL, which last I knew, and this is years ago, owned Lake Wallenpaupack. They were the power company that was using Lake Wallenpaupack to generate electricity.
Yeah, which is cool. Tammy says, that is nice. American Girl says, Lewisburg Prison is to stand for the Patriot prisoners. I was there in conjunction with the vigil in D.C. Well, that's really cool. Yeah, it was very emotional watching the videos of the January 6ers in D.C. with 1776 Restoration Movement.
Oh, we're not going to roll through this one.
Nah.
There was an interview with one of the J6 prisoners, and I wish I could remember his name. But he said he was in that prison for a while. They got transferred out.
That was on the Epoch Times, wasn't it?
Yeah. I guess he's one of the more outspoken people. They keep him in solitary confinement 23 hours a day.
Yeah, it's horrible. Tammy says, be careful traveling on North 61. It can be a bad road to travel. Yeah, it can be.
Yeah, you're right about that. We're actually going to jump over to Route 901 here and go up that direction. Go up that route rather than stay on 61.
There is a chance the service may drop out going this way, so if it drops out, just, come back in a few minutes and refresh the page. It may come back. because I know service can be a bit spotty through the ridges. This is the typical Cressona backup.
Oi, it is bad today.
I thought being a Monday would be better, but apparently not. I guess because it's lunch hour.
I might have reconsidered if it was this bad.
Tammy says that's a better and a nice area to drive. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a more scenic route.
American Girl says Mickey, who's Ashley Babbitt's mom, called me at 9 and we all did the anthem together with the prisoners. That's really cool.
Wow.
That is really cool that you're able to do that. I heard Mickey is a really awesome lady. I think it's awesome that 1776 is still going down to the prison to sing and such. That's really cool.
I know they've been criticized for not doing stuff, but that's doing stuff.
Yeah. I saw the one video they had where they were flashing their lights in response to them singing. And I think at one point they had a way to hear them, but I don't know the specifics. I wasn't able to watch all the live streams.
I know this is going to sound like I'm plugging Epoch Times all the time, but there was a documentary they did on J6, which is
really good.
Yeah. It really debunks the narrative.
You can sign up for a free trial and watch it for free, which is cool.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of their stuff's behind a paywall. I know that's a big turnoff for a lot of people.
We found they're one of the few news sources that is reliable these days.
Well, they definitely have a right bias. You know, you always have to be aware of stuff like that.
Well, I would say in regards to what's happened the last 2 years, they've been very transparent. You know, trying to ask the hard questions, trying to get the answers.
Yeah.
I feel like compared to most news places, they did a good job with that.
I agree.
I'm trying not to say the words.
Yeah. All right, here is 901.
Oh, they patched the one pothole. That's cool. That one was really bad. Oh,
Right.
I wonder what the...
I was gonna say, you know, I was. we have somebody named American Girl here, and there's an American Girl up the road here in a cage. It's a mannequin. It's and she's always dressed up in something patriotic
or exotic, depending on how you look at it. I wonder how the guy has her dressed now.
Well, it goes by rather quickly and hard to see on the stream, but
we'll see if we can get a good look. Last time she was wearing a American bikini.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I thought she was.
That was last summer, I think.
Oh, I thought that's what she was wearing when we went to Cherry Springs.
Yeah, last year I think it was.
Oh, okay. We obviously come this way frequently, so she's always wearing something different. She's wearing a yellow bikini and a snorkeling goggle setup. American Girl says, I was supposed to go Sunday, but I forgot I'm doggy sitting. American Girl says they flick the lights every night to let us know we are out here. Yeah, that's really cool. I saw that video. That was neat. And it started to rain. Oh no. I see some colors though, some reds and yellows.
Of course. mannequin is?
Yeah. American Girl says, you guys met me in DC. I wear the American flag dress with the yellow Honda FIT. I don't know if that's supposed to be like Fiat. We never actually made it into DC with 1776 due to my ongoing health issues. We did go to some of the rallies though at Bunker Hill. Tammy says, I used to live in that area. So she recognizes the house.
Ah.
That's so cool. I didn't know that. I always like seeing all the different outfits. Like, I know on Halloween, usually she's wearing something special. I assume he does it for the whole year, changes it out for the holidays. Well, we got our rain.
Yeah.
Question is it raining at home?
Oh, no, it's not.
Or is it our personal rain cloud?
We can hope that we're getting a little bit of this, but we're probably not.
Yeah.
The weather does some strange things around our place because of the mountains.
Yeah, it does.
But you know, that was the way it was at Lake Wallenpaupack too, because of the mountains. Because I remember very early on, another quick boat story. My dad took me out in a rowboat, motorized rowboat. And when we got back, everybody said, didn't you guys get soaked? And here it had rained at where we were staying, but where we went with the boat, it didn't rain.
That's funny.
So we missed it. So we stayed dry.
Yeah, American Girl, we never made it into DC. We did go to Bunker Hill though for rallies, and we did go to the one in Berkeley Springs. She's like, I follow you guys so much, I feel like I know you. You might know me a lot more from the convoy meeting notes, because I do all the notes for the meetings. So I do. So you may have interacted with me on there. Tammy says, years ago, he had a sign that he put funny quotes on and some trivia. Oh, that's neat. My meeting notes. Yeah, I started doing that with the original, the People's Convoy. I initially started doing that when they started getting closer to Pennsylvania, because I wanted to, keep an eye on them, because we wanted to go to an overpass to cheer them on. Unfortunately, it didn't work out to cheer them on, because that day that they came through Pennsylvania happened to be the same day that we had our only scheduled conflict, which was to meet Dr. Peter McCullough at Hershey. We got to meet him, Steve Kirsch, Dr. Brian Artis, and attorney Tom Renz showed up as a surprise guest. So that was really cool. But we thought the event was only going to be like 2 hours or so. It didn't really say on our tickets how long it would be. It ended up being 5 hours. But it was worth every moment of it. So just by the time we were done, they had reached Hagerstown, so it was too late to go to an overpass. But it's not every day you get to meet one of your heroes. So I got to meet Dr. McCullough and shake his hand. He even gave me a hug. I got his autograph because he wrote the introduction to Peter Bregan's book, We Are the Prey, which is a really good book. If you haven't read it, I would look it up. There's more to the title, but algorithms and such. So yeah, that was probably one of the best days of my life, meeting Dr. McCullough. And actually getting to talk to him. You got to shake his hand too, which was cool.
Oh yeah, it was kind of an unexpected thing. We had paid a little bit extra to get seating near the front. They let us in early, a few minutes early for that, and apparently that was kind of like a meet and greet. Yeah, and he actually was coming down the aisle, and he introduced himself to us. And it's just jaw-dropping kind of experience. Like, yeah, great to meet you.
Yeah, because like most people. Maybe not, I don't know, we knew, but it was really cool. It's like, yeah, we know all about you, we talk about you almost daily. It was really, really cool. And that's how I met, Lions for Liberty, because they were the ones that were hosting the event. So that's how I found out about them. Tammy says, I got to go to the overpass. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that was one thing I really, really wanted to do. I had literally planned out all the overpasses that we could possibly hit after Hershey, depending on like where they were going to be, and it ended up not working out. But we did end up going down to Hagerstown to visit, and then we came back to stay over to run in the convoy for a day, and then the next day we were coming to say goodbye, and we kind of got drafted into the convoy again, so we did a half a convoy until we split off to head home. And then we came back again for the Dr. Malone rally, which was also really, really cool to get to see him in person. I would have loved to have shaken his hand, but unfortunately, with security and all, I knew that was not likely to happen. But just to hear him speak was pretty cool. The weather was crazy that day, though. It was raining, it was snowing, it was sunny, it was windy. I think we had like all forms of weather that day. Oh, it was hailing too. Can't forget that. It was like tapioca.
So we're just about into Minersville now.
Xander speaks several times at Hagerstown. That was really cool. I had really wanted to go that night, like I said, after Hershey, but we were just so tired and exhausted after the 5 hours because the presentations that they gave were just amazing at Hershey, that we were just mentally drained. But I know
That's coming up Saturday.
Yeah, let me catch up on chat really quick. American Girl says, oh my gosh, that's exciting. I got to meet the New England group at the New York PA border and drove them to Hagerstown and was there every weekend. Oh wow, that's cool. Tammy says, Minersville is the town known as the bar and church on each corner. You are right about that. There are a lot of churches. American Girl says, I was involved with pulling the flag open. It was incredible. Oh, the really big flag in Hagerstown? Yeah, I saw videos of that. That was really, really incredible. The one where
That's an iconic photo now.
Yeah, the one where they walk it out and they open it up. That was really cool. I did watch that on the live stream. I mean, that flag was huge. I don't know how big it was, but it was huge. So for the rally coming up this weekend, on Saturday, it's August 27th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. At the Keystone Horse Center, host is Webb Klein. Tony Shoup is from Audit the Vote. Tabitha Valet is going to be speaking from Free PA. Zach Shire from Butler County Patriots is going to be speaking. And the keynote speaker is Catherine Engelbrecht from True the Vote. It's going to be a really good talk. For those that like to come, we ask that you RSVP. It's $10 at the door for adults. Children are free. I will link in the description later the RSVP link if you haven't already registered. They do ask that you RSVP because of limited indoor seating, and you're supposed to bring a chair. So today we'll find out what the lay of the land is and post an update tonight to see how it goes. There's plenty of outside parking. But since it's a horse arena, I'm not exactly sure how they're going to do the seating. So
yeah, we've seen some photos of how they have the place laid out, but we're not sure how it's going to be for us. There is an area there where they have tables set up for some events.
Yeah, because they do say that there's going to be food and drink vendors and entertainment. So it sounds like there's going to be some kind of music, I'm guessing.
I don't know.
It says bring camp stools or chairs, no outside food or drink, please. I know they have bathrooms, which is, obviously a good thing. So they even have showers, which makes sense because they do horse events. You get pretty dirty with that, I would guess. information, you can go to unitepa.net, and then you can go on to events, and then you can find the RSVP link there as well. I'm pretty excited, especially for the keynote speaker. The keynote speaker is going to be really, really good, I think. They're all going to be good, but I'm really excited for that one.
I don't know what kind of press coverage they're giving this, but the fact that it's a paid event and we're going to be streaming it is pretty unique.
Yeah, I was surprised that I got asked to stream it, because normally paid events you can't stream. Because I tried to do another event in PA. I forget the name of it. It's the one that was related to the one that just happened recently in New York. And I reached out to the organizers and I said, no, because it's a paid event, we're not allowing live streamers.
We always assume that's to cover their costs.
Yeah.
The venue can't afford to do it for free. They gotta get something out of it. And the keynote speaker, she's probably gonna have to fly in. I don't know where she's from, but
yeah, I don't know.
She's probably gonna get an honorarium and costs will be covered. So there's expenses that they have to make sure they cover, so they don't want everybody staying home watching it.
Yeah.
But what's really nice about it is that not everybody can get to that event. It's something that streaming it opens it up to everybody in the country can participate if they want to.
Yeah, which would be good, because it's gonna help people prepare for November and for the future. Tammy says about the flag, she's like, that was really cool. I have a screenshot of that on my computer. American Girl says the flag was 94 feet long. It looked really big.
Yeah.
She said, I would be there at the event, but my friends are getting married Saturday. Well, congratulations to your friends. The good news is I will be live streaming it, and if for some reason the live stream doesn't work out, I will be recording it and then putting it up later. So you can always watch the replay. Because I'll definitely try to put it up on my Rumble channel later.
Are they going to let you do that?
Well, I'm hoping they'll let me do that. Let's put it that way. I haven't heard anything about not doing that. The guy who's emceeing it is really stoked, so
I guess I just have to make sure it's cleared to do that.
yeah.
True the Vote is the organization that dug into the election anomalies.
Yeah.
Put out that documentary.
Yeah, that was good. 2,000 turtles.
I was going to say 2,000 donkeys.
Oh, that works too.
The turtles are good. Is the AI looking out for that stuff too?
Yeah, I think so. Megan Girls, thank you. I appreciate it. I'll be sure to stay tuned. Yeah, definitely, worst case, reach out to me on Facebook and we'll figure something out. Because the information has to get out there. If it doesn't get out there, then it's not going to do us much good.
I know the location is actually pretty easy to get to. It's right off of an exit on Interstate 80.
Yeah.
So you put that address in to your favorite map program, and it's not too hard to get to it. You won't get lost.
Yeah, the main reason we're going this way is we prefer the non-major highway way. Plus it's scenic, so.
Any excuse to come this way, right?
Yeah, we like this way. This is the way we go to head towards Cherry Springs, so it's very pretty. The downside is cell service can be a bit flaky, but it's much prettier than looking at the back end of another truck or car or something. Though I will say, with the convoys and stuff, I have a new appreciation for trucks that I didn't have before.
You look at them a little differently now, right?
Yeah. I know we used to joke about writing a book about the ugly butts of trucks like taking photos of them. I'm going to interrupt myself here. There's a horse up here pulling a coal cart on the right. I always miss it.
A mine cart full of coal.
Yeah. But, yeah, so we jokingly, how many times you got stuck behind a truck that's got like an ugly back end, and it's like, oh, let's put this in a book, kind of like one of those, living room table flip books that you have.
Coffee table books, yeah. Like the ones you see at Ollie's when you go there and look at their books.
Yeah. Just funny.
That's one of the bookworm's favorite places to go, right? Ollie's to check out the books?
Yes. I love books. You take me into a bookstore, you might not see me for half a day. I love books a lot. I love going to Ollie's. Lately, eBay's not been a good place to me because I keep wanting to buy everything. But I've gotten some really good deals on eBay. I just got Matthias Desmet's book. That's really, really good. It just came out.
The Psychology of Totalitarianism?
Yeah. I got that. I got Peter McCullough's book on the way, which is a really long title. I actually have to look it up because I don't remember the name
I don't
of it.
remember the name of his book. I know it just came out.
The Courage to Face Chocolate. Preventing been through school in some ways.
We've gone through Milford quite a few times. When you were pretty young, we stayed at the Milford Motel. It's a different name now. But I remember we took a vacation. We went up the Delaware River, checking out some of the sites north of Milford.
Oh, nice.
And that was kind of our base of operations. Stayed there a few nights.
I don't really remember that, but I might have been pretty young.
Yeah, you were pretty young. I'm gonna guess maybe 4 years old.
Yeah, I don't recall.
That's good.
I don't want to get the phone too warm.
Good idea.
Because the sun's coming back out.
I had changed it because it was actually condensing moisture outside on the glass.
Yeah. I was trying to think, wasn't there something, didn't they do something in Milford for Halloween? Or was it a different town? I was trying to think because we go through there for going to New England for some field hockey games, and I was trying to remember which town it was that had the different Halloween stuff. The parades and such. I mean, I'm sure a lot of towns do parades. But
Yeah, I don't recall. I know we've run into Halloween parades before.
yeah, which town was that? The one that, like, every road we turned on was, like, the wrong way?
That might have been up this way, actually.
Okay. I couldn't remember. It's like every road we turned down. I was like, nope, not that.
Was that a time we were coming home from Ithaca?
Oh, it might have
Somewhere in New York State. west, but it's more north than it is west.
Yeah, I always find that funny.
See the road cut here on the left. You see the rocks are inclined. It's indicating you're in the Appalachians.
The village of Lavelle. Look at that big cloud. Big goofy cloud. Looks like a mushroom top.
Yeah, another mountain climb coming up.
Shamokin 11. Mount Carmel 3.
11 miles back to Minersville. I like these stone walls in the front of yards.
Oh, yeah.
The house I grew up in had one of those, similar to that.
That one's slightly different. Hey, the scaffolding's gone from this place, finally. I remember the scaffolding was up for 2 years.
Advice being given about reacting to this whole business with the FBI. Recommending that patriots try to stay calm and not resort to violent actions. Kind of ties in with that book that you're reading from Matthias Desmith. Yeah, the whole business of the mass formation.
Yeah.
One way to break it is by peaceful measures.
It's really the only way to break it.
That's kind of the philosophy behind the 1776 Restoration movement, too.
Yeah. You gotta keep trying to wake people up in a peaceful manner.
Alright, here's where we got to make a turn. 901 and 54. If I'm not paying close attention, I end up going straight.
Yeah. Well, there was the sign for Knoebels. We're gonna go to Elysburg.
Yeah, we're gonna drive by Knoebels on this route.
Knoebels was a lot of fun. I remember going there in the summer. Growing up.
Yeah.
I liked it better than Dorney Park.
Yeah. Knoebels was more like Dorney Park used to be, 40 years before. Because that was also Dorney Park used to be. That's close to where we are. That used to be a park where you just paid for if you went on a ride or you bought something, food or whatever. You could go there and you could walk around the park for free if you wanted to.
Yeah.
And same thing with Knoebels. Dorney Park gated it all. I know that you have to pay to go in there, so you pay this huge amount of money kind of feel like you got to do everything because you're paying for it all. Versus going to a place like Knoebels now where you just pay for whatever you want to do. You can park for free. You want to go on a few rides, you can do that. You just pay for the rides, buy a bunch of tickets.
Tammy says Knoebels has changed a lot since the... Oh, bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what their current situation is.
Yeah, it could all be different now. It's been a while since we've been there.
Yeah, it's probably been, what, 10 years?
Yeah, I would guess. Yeah, it's been a while.
I don't think I'd do well on a roller coaster anymore, to be honest. I think my head would end up in my stomach.
I forget which one it was. It was pretty rough the last time I took it. It's like, I don't think I'm doing these kind of coasters anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, my aching brain.
Yeah, that's how I felt after the last one. Was that the Phoenix or something?
I'm not sure which ones.
It was the wooden one, the really big wooden one.
Well, they have several, as I recall.
I think it was the Phoenix, but
I know there's the one that is, it's a pretty big one, and it's wooden, and it doesn't have too many, it doesn't throw you around as much. It's a lot up and down, not too many curves. That one is nice. One that just jostles you.
Again. It's like, you guys can go on again if you want, but I'm sitting here on the bench. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
I'm more of the, I like the merry-go-rounds. I like the merry-go-rounds and the small, gentle coasters now.
Knoebels had a great merry-go-round.
I know, I love their merry-go-round. I like the water slides too. I remember doing that at Dorney once.
Yeah. So up here, 901's going to turn left. We're going to stay on 54 now. Take us up to Elisburg.
It's raining and it's sunny out.
Yeah.
It's interesting. There's a rainbow?
We always think of that, right? Every time that happens, it's
I
like,
know.
where's the rainbow?
Can't tell. There's a really giant cloud in front of us, though. You guys can actually see it on the stream. It's really big.
There's a lot of contrast to the clouds.
Yeah. You do the wipers. There we go. Now you can see the cloud better. It's a super cloud.
Unfortunately, we are blessed with noisy wipers.
American Girl says, we used to go to Knoebels. Tammy says, some rides are not running because of no workers. They have to close earlier now. Oh, bummer. She says it was the Phoenix, the wooden one.
Oh.
Yeah, the Phoenix one.
That was
really...
pretty rough.
Yeah, I thought it was the Phoenix. But I wasn't sure. Yeah, a lot of places are having trouble getting workers or keeping workers. It's really tough climate right now.
Where are all the workers?
I asked myself that too, because a lot of people lost their jobs, so you would think people would be looking for other jobs. Now, there's obviously some that have gone on to the gravy train, I guess you could say. So they're not looking for jobs, I guess.
Is that still going on though?
I thought most places cut it off, but I don't know. We did just hear on the show, Roman's show, Facts Matter on Epoch TV, that some states are giving out inflation checks, which is really crazy.
That's an oxymoron.
Yeah, and the amounts vary depending on the state, and some of it is just really weird. It's like $50 for some people. It didn't make any sense at all.
Like inflation relief checks.
Yeah. I think it's more like influence the election checks, but, to each his own, I guess.
Is that kind of like playing Monopoly, and you got an extra pile of money from a second game of Monopoly on the side, and you're running a little short, so you just take it from the other pile.
I guess. I don't know. It's definitely bizarre. We're in Mount Carmel. Went past the Mount Carmel Farmers Market mural.
And we're actually crossing Route 61, which we turned off of miles ago. Now, this should boggle your mind. This is Pennsylvania's road signs. You see this? It says 61 north to the left, 54 west straight ahead, 61 south to the right.
It just doesn't make any sense. And people wonder why it's hard to navigate Pennsylvania.
Shouldn't, since north is on the left and south is on the right, shouldn't we be facing east?
You would think. That's how I would have looked at it. Like, west should be behind us.
It's just the way it is, I guess. It's the way the roads are.
I guess it's a test to see if you can read.
Well, it just turns out that 61 is actually going east and west right there, and this road happens to be going north. So none of them are really labeled in the direction they're going.
Yeah. It's funny.
No wonder people need GPSs to navigate.
Yeah. American Girl says, I watched First Responder last night at the border in Yuma, Arizona. Crazy. Over 400 are coming in every night. Yeah, it is crazy what's going on down there.
Yeah, I heard he said he was going to be heading to the border.
I'll have to see if I can catch up on some of his streams. I know he was on his way. Sammy says, LOL, about the road signs. Mercy Rain says, we live in Northwest PA. The roads are like a spider web out here. That's a good way to describe it. Whispers of Chaos says, in California, if there was an answer to help with the high gas prices instead of just removing the gas tax for a bit. However, everyone's still waiting on their $3.50. I don't know if you mean $3.50 like your inflation check or something else. American Girl says he'll be out there live tonight as well. Alright, I'll have to check him out and see what he's up to. I know he said he was going to cover that after he went to Washington State to cover the other issue with children. How they were trying to push the over-sexualized agenda in this school. Whispers of Chaos says the $350 check. Yeah, that's what I thought you were referring to, but I wasn't 100% sure. What is the gas in California these days? What does it cost?
What is this guy planning to do?
I guess...
Turn left, I guess, right?
Guess he's turning left up here.
That makes sense, okay.
He's just probably really... He looks loaded.
Yeah, he is.
Just probably couldn't get over, with climbing the hill.
You don't want to block anybody that was going to be coming through.
Oh, he's probably going to that factory.
Quarry?
Yeah.
Or,
whatever that is. Not sure what it is.
Stone crusher?
Yeah, I don't see how these inflation checks are going to do any good other than...
I'm guessing it's vote buying.
Yeah.
It's just naked vote buying at this point. Didn't Newsom do that during the recall?
Yeah, he did something. I don't remember the specifics. Whispers of Chaos says, yesterday gas was $4.49. Mercy Rain says $4.39 in, I'm not sure how you pronounce this, Tionesta this morning. Tionesta. I'm sorry if I butchered that. I know the prices that we saw today was over 4, but I don't remember the specifics. I was reading the comments, so I didn't pay attention.
Yeah. Regular unleaded is somewhere like 425 range right now in Pennsylvania.
I think up here it's a little more because there's less gas stations. There's less options. Whispers of Chaos says, yep, the checks I'm sure will come in right before the election. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I think Georgia's also doing checks. I didn't watch that full episode. Was it Nevada? I'm not sure who else is doing it.
I'm surprised how many places are handing out money like that.
Mercy Reigns, we were talking about the inflation checks that some of the states are giving out. It was an episode of Facts Matter by Roman on the Epoch Times. He was going over all the different states. Some of them vary from as little as $25 to over $1,000, depending on, you know, whether you're married or have a child or dependent. So like it depended on, you know, your tax status and when you filed as to when you would get it. Some places are already getting them. Some places, you know, you might not get them until later in the year. I believe the 350 is just California. Now, I don't know if that's per person or per family. It might be per person. Like adult. You'd have to look into specifics. In my opinion, it doesn't really matter. The whole thing is just ridiculous.
Taking it out of your 401k. It's going to take it out of your retirement funds.
Well, it's like we're in a recession, and inflation is going through the roof. You know.
Oh, we're not in a recession. We've redefined that, you know.
Yeah, I know. Instead of being 2 consecutive quarters, I don't know what they're calling it now, but. California is per registered vehicle, according to Whispers of Chaos. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, 350 doesn't go far at all anymore, Mercy. I agree. I mean, one trip to the grocery store, you know, for a family is over $200. It's crazy. And that's not like buying a lot of junk food. That's, you know, fruits, vegetables, meats, bread.
You're not supposed to eat meat.
I know, I'm supposed to eat grasshoppers, I forgot. Grasshoppers and soy burgers. Brought to you by Gates.
Doesn't the world...
Yeah, they do. Didn't you say it was insect or something?
It sort of sounds like insect, but it's spelled with, it starts with a Y.
Insect, maybe?
I don't know. It's a different pronunciation, I think.
Whispers of Chaos says that's a tank and a half of gas. Yeah, depending on how much gas your car takes or truck, yeah. It doesn't go far. I think that's one of the things that's going to be really hard coming this winter is people are going to not be able to afford their heating oil. It's going to be unaffordable for people, I feel.
Invest in long underwear.
Yeah, for sure.
It'll get cold here.
Yeah, long underwear is going to be your friend. Layers. Lots of layers. Mercy says, cost me $43 today for 4 loaves of bread, 2 gallons of milk, 2 cheap bolognas, a bag of chips, and 1 bottle of bathroom cleaner. Yeah, it's insane. Eggs are crazy expensive now. Eggs are what, $3.50 a dozen or something? And if you want to get like the organic or cage-free eggs, I mean, they're unaffordable. They're like $5-6 a dozen.
I seem to remember going shopping with my mom and getting a cart full of groceries, and it was about $40.
Yeah.
That's how much the politicians have ruined the money.
Well, how much was bread when you were growing up?
I remember 29 cents, I think. I don't know if that was early or late childhood. Nick,
And she was born in the 30s, right?
20s.
20s. So she would have been.
She grew up in the Great Depression.
Yeah. So she would have been in the 30s when she'd remember that. Right?
Yeah, probably. Before the war,
Yeah.
as they would have called it.
Yeah, it's insane. We have to remember to turn down here at the traffic light because we're so used to going straight.
Yeah. Do you need to make a stop?
You know what? That probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah, the money's lost a lot of value. It's a shame. I don't know how we fix it at this point.
I guess the plan is to not fix it. Oh, we broke a toe so bad we can't fix it.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Here's your new digital currency.
You get your QR code tattooed onto your arm. Oh, sorry, you can't get any more Oreos or, Cheerios out of your dispenser because you're out of...
You've eaten too much sugar.
Yeah.
You've
Reached your daily allotment. You can just go here.
to the right.
Yeah. I know it's not a really great view, but there's no real great view in a Sheetz parking lot. Alright guys, I'll be back in a few minutes. I don't know. We gotta fix it though. We gotta figure out a way to fix it. That's for sure. I'm gonna keep the air running.
That's right. I got to keep the air running, keep you guys cool. So we're only a few miles from Gnobles. We'll be going by it on the way to Bloomsburg. We'll be turning up here at Route 487 going north. Mercy Rain says, grab us a Coke. How about a Pepsi? Isn't Coke woke now? I admit I've drank Coke since they went woke, so I guess I'm part of the problem. I have a friend who's adamant he doesn't buy Coke. He only buys Pepsi now. He also doesn't support Amazon. He doesn't buy anything from Amazon. And he doesn't run Windows on his computer anymore. He only runs Linux. Mercy Rain says, oh yeah, Pepsi is good. I have too. Shame on me too. Yeah, sometimes you try to be good, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. Sometimes you're just at this spot where it's like, I want a Coke. I got a headache. That'll hit the spot. And I do tend to favor it over Pepsi in terms of flavor. But my friend, he doesn't even run Windows anymore. I'm not sure I believe him, because he used to say that years ago, and I remember going to his house and I saw Windows on his computer, so it's like, yeah, okay, yeah, you're running Linux. He doesn't support Microsoft because of all of the telemetry that they do, the data mining, the monitoring. Which I think is probably a problem on a big scale. I don't know how we address it, but we got to get companies out of our private lives. You're back already?
Yeah, I'm back.
Did you get a Coke?
No, I didn't. I forgot my wallet in the car.
Oh.
The line is kind of long in there, so.
Mercy Rains wanted you to get a Coke.
Oh, I'll get you one later, I promise. After the Horsey Center.
I said we shouldn't be getting Coke. Didn't they go woke?
Oh, I know they went woke, but they help with headaches.
Yeah, I was saying that.
That's mainly why I get it. And then sometimes I get nausea that just doesn't go away.
I was telling about her friend that doesn't support Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't buy anything from Amazon anymore.
It's hard not to. It really is.
I know you were looking at one of those books that you were talking about, that you're trying to not get it through Amazon.
Oh, Pierre Corey's book. The one that's coming out. The War on Ivermectin. Yeah. Yeah, they have if it wasn't so busy and I hadn't forgotten my wallet, I might have gotten ice cream. They have 99-cent ice cream right now. I was like, oh, that sounds so good right now.
Katowice, huh? 10 miles. Bloomberg 16. Bloomsburg, wrong one.
I was gonna say, it's easy to mess up on that one. I do it a lot.
Remember Bloomberg briefly running for president?
What a joke. He's totally owned by the Chinese.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, yeah. I've been reading Cheryl Atkinson's book, Slanted, and other books, Breaking the News by, I'm trying to think his name. Is it Alex Barlow? So you're in the central part of PA right now. Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, I guess you could call it that. Maybe on the east side a little bit, because we're east of the Susquehanna River.
Alex Marlowe. Breaking the news, exposing the establishment media's hidden deals and secrets. Secret corruption. That's also a good one. There's a lot of good books. Josh Hawley has a really good one as well that I need to read. I have it on my bookshelf, but I haven't gotten to it yet. Tyranny of Big Tech. So the plan is, once we get there, I'll have to shut down the live stream because we're going to meet the owner and he's going to give us a tour. And then once we figure out where we're going to be, then I will get my gear out of the car and then set up and then just do a few minute test live stream to make sure the internet works for the setup. And then after that, if the weather holds, hopefully we can try to go maybe get some lunch and then go for the planet walk. Amazon again. Like one of the things when I had said in my speech at Bunker Hill is like, I understand, we're having to use things that we don't want to use right now. You got to do what you got to do, but we got to try to build our own versions of these things so we can get off of them. Our alternatives to YouTube, Facebook, Amazon, etc. That way we can support people who support the same values and ideals that are, America first. Freedom. Marcy says PA is a beautiful state. I agree, it is. It's a very big, beautiful state. Look at these rocks.
Yeah, you can see how they've been folded.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've been this way.
That was actually, I forget which one it is. One's a syncline and one's an anticline. You actually could see it on that where it was slanting up to the left and it crested and it was slanting down to the left.
Yeah, it looked weird. Today's kind of reminding me of that Malone rally where we got like 10 different days of weather in once. It's like sunny one minute, raining the next. It's funny.
I didn't either.
I guess that's what happens when you don't get rain for a month. You take the umbrella out of the car. You forget.
You forget. Like,
what's
rain? What's that? Yeah, you're right.
It's like 2 feet, roughly. It's browning really bad. The soybeans are really small too. Looks like they've had a lack of rain like we have.
The lawn here at this school's looking pretty brown. It's unfortunate that these wipers, we replaced the whole assemblies and they're...
I don't know why they're doing that.
It's like almost like there's too much pressure against the glass. They're just like skating, bumping across the glass, leaving these
weird
horizontal streaks.
I wonder if you could put like olive oil or something on it to make it slipperier. But then it might just streak oil all over your windshield and that might be bad. Yeah, the corn is really tiny.
I wasn't really noticing it, but now you're pointing it out.
Yeah, there's another row over here and it's really small.
Some summers we've had corn that's been 10 foot high. It's incredibly huge.
Yeah.
And then we decided to start planting some food.
Yeah, and then the weather got weird. Because we had the water last summer. We had the soggy June, and then we had the really dry July that we had to pump from the pond. And August, we had to pump from the pond because it was so dry. But it wasn't as bad as it is this year. This year takes the cake, so to speak.
It wouldn't be unusual for the grass to get brown and be a bit dry at times. Well, we've gone through a long stretch there where it's rained a lot, where the grass was growing constantly. It just got to be annoying how often you had to mow the grass.
Wasn't the grass like 4 feet high at one point in the pasture?
Where it wasn't cut, yeah.
Yeah.
Or higher.
I remember our friend had to bring in his tractor to mow it down because it got so high. It's a big farm tractor. At home it's so dry now though, like you just touch the dirt at all and it's just a dust cloud. Just walking on it. You try to dig in the dirt at all or anything, you're eating the dust. Now the corn here looks a little taller. Maybe 3 feet high. 4 feet, some of it. So maybe they planted it staggered at different times. But it's still pretty brown. It's up to the leaves.
It's not as high as an elephant's eye, is it?
No. My friend in Colorado, her corn is over 6 feet high now. It's really tall. But they've had a good amount of rain, so.
We're gonna go down for a mile.
Thank you, farmers. That's cool. They have a sign for the farmers. Thank you. It's really starting to rain now.
Yeah, this is for real now.
I guess it knows we want to get out of the car soon.
Another feature in Pennsylvania. It stops at the bottom of hills. Yeah, I don't know who has to stop here and who doesn't.
We got a car on the right. They got that right away. It's clear on the right now. Look at it, flooding the road already.
Yeah.
Look at it, running along the road.
You get washed down into the Susquehanna River. Got it with the creek. Yeah, I hope it's not doing this when we get to our destination.
Yeah, I hope not. I see some brighter clouds ahead, so hopefully it needs plans.
So 487 goes to the north.
You can actually,
Right.
it's up to you which way you want to go.
I thought we had figured it out that it was 487.
Yeah,
You think it's...
it's 487. That's right here.
Yeah.
It does some jogging.
I'm guessing 42 would be another option then.
It does a slight right up here on the hill. Where the truck's going.
So this is the town of Catawissa.
Oh, that's a beautiful cross. With God Bless America on it. It has a bald eagle hand painted, and it's all painted patriotically. So we stay on this for 4.6 miles just across the river, and then you turn right onto Columbia Boulevard. It's basically staying on 487, but that's the other name for it. Yeah, it really is coming down, especially back there. Return PA to in-person voting. Yes, take America back. I agree with those signs. Didn't read the rest of them.
Definitely a Mastriano supporter.
Yep.
Yeah, the battle to save PA comes down to the governor's race.
Yeah.
phone app. I'm not sure how this is supposed to work, but apparently you can watch these drop boxes. I guess there's video feeds.
I saw on some social media where people were suggesting how you gather around the drop boxes and have like a all-night watch party, hang out in groups. I thought that was kind of interesting. But I could see that getting misconstrued two different ways, you know?
Oh yeah.
Or you
intimidation.
Yeah. There was one of those giant metal roosters back there that you see at Tractor Supply.
Oh, okay.
Those like 5 foot tall rooster metal sculptures. Look how brown the corn is here. It's taller, but it's very brown.
Normally you don't need to have irrigated farming in Pennsylvania. But then you get a drought and it can really be bad for you. It's one thing to water a garden, it's another thing to irrigate acres of land.
Yeah. Looks like we're going down to the river. There's reduced gear zone.
So this part of the Susquehanna is the North Branch?
I always forget. I think it's the North Branch, but I'm not 100% sure.
It's the part that goes northeast towards Wilkes-Barre, Scranton. Here it is, Susquehanna River, and there's Bloomsburg across the way.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Unfortunately, can't see it over the bridge.
Yeah, unfortunately. And 0.7, we turn right. Oh, it's taking us on 11. That's what it's doing.
Do they run together for a little bit?
Yeah, I think so.
Sorry about that. All the moisture is causing all condensation.
Well, now we can say it rained.
Welcome to Bloomsburg, says the sign.
Oh, we're fogging up.
Yeah.
Turn the air up or down?
I didn't change it. I think it's just because of humidity now.
How's our temperature? Did it go down at all?
70.
Oh, not bad. Yeah, this is where it wants us to turn right.
Really?
But you could try going.
The sign says straight for 487.
Try either way if you want. I'm guessing it's doing it because of the construction.
I don't know if we can get across there with the road.
I would just go right.
All right.
Because of the construction?
I think go right, we'll go right.
It's one lane up there. I'm not exactly thrilled with that.
You're in charge of navigating now.
And in 0.2, we're going to turn left on Locust to get over to 11.
This is 11, I thought. No?
Apparently not. It's the next traffic light.
Okay.
I'm trying to see where the Locust Road is. It's probably the one by the 35. Right before it. Yeah, here.
I see it.
You see their signs?
Let's go.
And
Impeach.
I haven't seen one
I haven't seen an
before.
Impeach one before.
That's different. And then at stop sign, turn right. Wow, there's so much puddles on these roads.
I think Bloomsburg University's up there on the hill.
I think you're right.
So we're going right.
Yeah, after we cross the railroad. 4.16 for gas. It's cheaper.
If we turn left and stay on Route 11, eventually go past Bunker Hill.
Yeah. Take a few hours.
It's on the same road though, same route number.
All right, so in 2 miles, we're going to turn left onto Schaefer Road. or Schaffer Road, Shaffer. See, that's what we're doing. We're bypassing that construction that was back there. It's just looking messy.
You're not gonna trick me on the I-80, are you?
It better not. No, it says Schaffer Road and then Horse Farm Road, and then we're there.
I remember being on this road before when we've been to Bloomsburg.
They always have a big fair every year here, usually.
Yeah.
I think it's in September, end of September, early October. That's another thing we should go to someday. Check it out.
I think your brother went.
Yeah, I think he did.
Remind me again, how far are we going straight?
1.7. Welding place. Precision welding and tool supply. Interesting.
That's a skill I wish I had.
Hey, we're in your township. We're in Scott Township.
Oh, amazing.
I didn't know you had a township named after you.
So we're on Route 11 north.
It's actually south. I think. Yeah, it's south.
If you think we're going south, we should turn around.
Is it south?
Now we're on Route 11
you're
north.
Yeah, you're right.
We're going upstream.
Which threw me off is Waze shows it as south and north. Highlighted. So, yeah. That's why I was like, what? But yeah. We're roughly 3 miles away. 7 minutes to our destination.
50 years ago, this place was badly damaged with flooding from Tropical Storm Agnes. It dumped all of its rain in the watershed of the Susquehanna River. Caused massive flooding.
Yeah, I remember you saying
Now, I don't know if this particular spot was underwater or if there was any kind of preventive. I think there are levees along the river. I don't know if they existed then.
that. 0.7, we need to get in the left lane. Turn left.
Yeah, it's got a name?
Schaffer Road.
All right.
Or Schaffer. Shaffer. Just working on getting my backpack ready.
Schaffer Road detour straight ahead.
Oh, really? It doesn't say that here.
Maybe it was detoured from a different direction.
Oh, maybe. 0.4, it says to turn left. So I guess we'll find out. 0.3, it's the next left turn. I'm guessing it's the traffic light. Yeah, it's this light. We're only on it for a little bit. It says end detour, so I guess you were right. Different part of it.
Well, it looks like it's not detoured today because there looks like a sign that's here that's off to the side, covered up.
Yeah.
Oh, it actually is pretty close then.
Yeah. It is. We have to go past 80. Or over it, I'm not sure which.
Yeah, it's on the north side of Interstate 80. Right along it though.
Yeah.
You get off at the exit, go a little ways and you're there.
It's not really affecting it. I just let it go. There's some corn that looks green.
Much taller too.
Yeah. So it's probably like us. It's hit or miss.
Changes to the left.
You left your Wi-Fi on. It was connected to the hotspot too.
Awesome.
Fighting for the bandwidth.
Sitting there doing whatever it does.
Alright, so in point 4, it's on our left. So we're coming up on our left is going to be the Keystone
I see horses.
Horse Center. What their driveway looks like, but we'll find out. Windshield. We are here, guys. We made it to the Keystone Horse Center. So we're gonna go ahead and figure out where to park and then shut down the stream and figure out where we have to go. So I shall be back in a little bit to do a live test once we figure out where we're going. Thanks for riding along. See you soon.